Hey YouTube, I just want to make this video about the seat switch panel on the, this is the driver's side, but it's on a, I have a 2012, but I think it runs from 2008 to 2016, Chrysler Town & Countries and Caravans. This is the part that like notoriously breaks all the time. I just took it out of the car. This is the old one, this is the new one. I got the new one from Amazon. It's a Dorman product. It was like 45 bucks. It's exactly the same quality and thickness, which is great, but probably have the same problem again. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to just go over where the stress points are, and I'm going to try and build them up before I put the new one in. So what happens is when you sit in the seat, the balusters at the sides of the cushion push down on this panel, and it starts to push down and everything cracks up and off of it. What usually first starts to go is this cup right here. This little clip that goes under. There's a metal piece on the seat, and that snaps off. And then this cup here, this is the new one, has a top, and then your existing one breaks away, and then this clip here snaps off. As you can see, broke down here. And then there's also this piece too, which you have to keep because it doesn't come with the new one. I actually had to cut mine out because once you put this in, there's a little tab right there, and that goes into the slot. But on the old one, it's really hard to get out, and obviously you don't want to break this, so you cut it. Use some side cutters and just cut it out of the old one, so you can save that piece. And then so I had actually cut that, but the stress of the seat itself had broken here as well. So what I'm going to use is some Permatex. It's called black plastic welder. I've used it before on other things. It's really great. And I'm just going to build up. You mix it in a little mixing plate and just build up these areas to give it more strength. To try and make it last longer. So I'm just going to get a plate and mix that up. I'll show you how it's done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with two hands. Just basically get a paper plate or any kind of flat surface. You pull this out. You don't want to mix the two together. It's a two-part epoxy. Just using a wooden stick from Starbucks, but it doesn't even have to really be black because you don't see it once it's on the car. This is going to be on the inside, but mix this up. A good amount, and what I'm going to do is just going to go through. Let me show this one hand, and you're going to just basically what I'm doing is building up the stress points. Just basically adding more plastic. Alright, so let me do all that. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so I'm horrible with one hand, but I just finished. Took a couple minutes, and just built up plastic in these areas. It dries in like 15 minutes. It's not quite dry yet, but I do want to show you. I know you're probably thinking like, oh, you're just putting plastic on the outside, it's not gonna do anything, and you might be right, but the way this is made, this top clip really is like is the heavy lifting of this whole scenario, and this is what goes first. And if you look on the original, the way that it's injected molding or whatever with the plastic, there's a huge gap right where it attaches to the top in the molding process. I guess when it's manufactured, you can see the marks on the new one. I just kind of cover them up with this epoxy, but there's a really, there's a seam there that snaps up. So I just filled the side, and I filled the whole bottom underneath. You can't really see it, with epoxy, like kind of mounded this up on the bottom, so this clip on the side a little bit. So this clip, it just has more strength, it has more meat on it. I'm not so sure this is going to do anything. I just added some epoxy on the sides and inside this, but this is really, if anything, this is where you want to do the build up and try and make stronger this spot right here. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to put it back in the car. There's hundreds of videos on YouTube how to install and take these out. They're all great. You don't need to see me do it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully this will last a little bit longer. All right, thanks.